Live on day 14 of 30, where I'm helping you understand why your teenager won't talk to you. Day 14 of 30, why your teen won't talk to you. I got a light right on my face. And I almost forgot because I'm teaching a workshop in just a few minutes, 45 minutes to be exact. But I didn't want to miss my streak of going live every day in the morning. My goal is to go live at my time, 9 a.m. Mountain Time. And I almost missed it, but today we're going to talk about you leading first as the mom, as the parent, what that looks like. Because I think a lot of parent thinks my teenager's broken. They got to do something. I mean, I'm a good mom. I've been doing all these things. I got other kids who are doing a pretty good job. So it must be this teenager, right? Listen, I'm going to validate the fact some kids are harder. Some teenagers are harder. Just because you have other kids that you've had a great relationship with, they've gone along pretty smoothly, doesn't mean that you don't have a child that needs different things from you. So we're going to talk about leading first. This is going to be a quick live because I got to prepare for my workshop in a few minutes. All of these days that I'm sharing, so this is 30 days, we're on day 14 of 30, where I'm helping you to see why your teenager won't talk to you, the why behind why your teenager won't talk to you or won't listen to you or doesn't want anything to do with you or isolates in their room. Sometimes I think a lot of people think like it's a you problem. I want you to know it's not you. It's not your teenager. It is the pattern you are stuck in. I am here to help you recognize those patterns and help you become unstuck, but you have to want to do it first. I'm here to tell you what's possible. You got to take it and bring it into yourself. You can listen to these tips that I'm sharing in these 30 days. And what I really want you to see is that when you take that next step, and I teach workshops that are taking that next step, then you will see what to do differently. And then I invite you from that workshop next step to say, come on over here. I got this space. I got this land of trustedness. I want you to come immerse into the trusted language and become a different version, an upgraded version of your motherhood. Doesn't that sound amazing? We're not going to sit back anymore and say, woe is me. We're going to talk about a victim versus a villain in a couple of days, but no longer doing that today. I'm talking about leading first. So, like I said, a lot of mom thinks my teen needs help. What's actually true is the pattern that you're stuck in is what needs help. You may be thinking if my teen changes, everything will get better. We're going to flip that. We're going to take this in a little bit of a different direction. So the biggest mistake I see moms make when their teen won't talk is outsourcing the solution. If fixing your teen worked, it would have worked by now. A lot of moms that talk to me say, oh, we're going to put our kids in therapy, where a lot of kids don't feel like they need therapy. A lot of kids are thinking, if my parent would just do this a little bit differently, but they don't have the words to articulate it, right? Kid thinks it's the parent's fault. Parents think it's the kid fault. Guess what? It's the pattern you are stuck in. Patterns can be broken. Patterns can be shifted, altered, broken down, and recreated. That is what I do in the trusted method that I teach. It's not that your teen needs more help. It's that they don't feel safe enough to receive the help that is offered to them. When you lead first, they actually care what you have to say. I'm not kidding you here. I've practiced this in my own life. I've seen it practice and play out in the moms that I coach. This is the tricky part that nobody talks about. Let's talk about braces. How many of you have paid for braces for your kids? If your teen needs braces, of course you're going to take them to the orthodontist. But imagine putting braces on their teeth while they keep grinding them every night. The braces aren't the problem. The pattern is the problem. That's what happens when we only focus on getting your teenager help, but you don't look at what's happening in the relationship with the pattern. Potentially, the things that you have been doing, saying just small tweaks sometimes in order to do it. If you could hear, if somebody could point out to you, let's say it's Super Nanny, right? Years ago, Super Nanny, or if there was a hidden camera in your home, if there was a hidden camera in your home and I was behind it looking at it, and I came to you and I was like, hey, I got some thoughts for you. I'm going to deliver this in the gentlest way possible. I got three things to say. If you could tweak these three things, you would have a pretty fabulous relationship with your child. If you heard that, would you be like, okay, tell me, I want to hear it. You'd eat it up, right? Like the teens say, eat it up. My daughter might be cringing right now. If somebody told you that, would you be like, yes, tell me? Or would you be like, no, I don't actually want to hear, that's too painful. No, thank you. I love it when y'all comment and I can't always see it. Okay. Listen to the replay. Yes. So what I want to invite you is to say, come on over here. I want to shine a camera on you. I want to help you see what can be done different, because isn't it better to hear what you can do different than to wonder? I don't like wondering. I want to be told, even if it's painful. I want to be told. Imagine hiring a personal trainer. Every time they come home, you criticize what they ate, question their effort, or unknowingly make them feel like they're failing. The trainer isn't the problem, the environment is. I had a mom message me recently saying they were going to put their son in a program. They were like, they need therapy, I'm going to put them in a program, or we're going to transfer them to this different environment. I think that's going to help them. And I thought, yeah, naturally, it makes sense. It makes sense as a parent that if your child has an issue, that you put your child in a new place, a new environment to help them. Of course, you want to help your kids. Of course, you think the solution is to give them more support. But what most parents don't realize is when a teen feels resistant, shut down, or ashamed, and they often do when you're saying, oh, you need to go to therapy or you need counseling. When they feel that, they shut down. They don't feel like they need more correction. They need a different experience at home. And sometimes they actually don't need more correction. Sometimes they don't need that space. They need to feel more connected, more safe at home. And when they feel safe and connected at home, they are actually open to all of the things that you want to suggest that they do. You have to lead first. Your teen isn't the problem, but they're also not the solution. You can't outsource emotional safety. You can put them into therapy all you want, but that's not going to help them feel emotionally safe at home. I hear so many therapists say that parents are dropping their teens off at therapy and being like, here, fix them, and then come back to me. And the therapists are like, let's talk. We got to work together too. Most good therapists of teenagers are also working with parents, because guess what? It's a pattern problem. It's not a teenager problem. It's a pattern. And in the pattern is both teenager and parent. You can't outsource emotional safety. Your teen will only use what they learn if they feel safe with you. And when they feel safe with you, they're going to go to therapy. They're going to learn these great things. And then they're going to come and talk to you and say, hey, this is what I learned. Doesn't that sound amazing? Don't you want them to be able to share with you what they're learning? If they're learning things that they're not sharing with you, it's probably because they don't feel emotionally safe. This is the shift most parents miss. The change doesn't start when your teen decides to be different. It starts when you change the pattern they have been responding to. Lead first. As the parent, you lead first. This means decide what that pattern is that you're stuck in. Do differently. What I do in the workshop and in the Trusted Academy, where I teach in the private group coaching, is, hey, I'm going to teach you this concept. I want you to go and teach it to your teenager. I want you to go to your teenager, not lecture them. It's all about what you learn differently, and say, hey, I learned this has potential to break trust. And I know I've been doing this, and I would like to do differently. I want to do differently for our relationship. Will you call me out on it when I do this? So I teach you these very actionable steps on a roadmap, and I invite you to go teach your teenager what you have learned. This isn't teach your teenager what they can do differently. This is teach your teenager, hey, I'm working on this. I just want you to know. How do you think your teenager will respond to you saying, hey, I realized I'm doing XYZ. I want to do better for our relationship. I just want you to know. I just want you to know I've been doing it this way, and I realize that hasn't been the best emotionally safe for our relationship, and I'm going to do differently. Wouldn't that feel pretty great to your teenager to hear you humbly go and say, I'm going to lead first. I'm going to do this different. I've seen it happen over and over again where moms are kind of scared to tell their teenager, and their teenager looks at them almost humbled and probably almost in tears of, I can't believe you do that for me. That's not the words that they're always saying, but they're often saying, thank you, I see you, and it starts to build trust. I'm going to jump off because I'm teaching a workshop in 40 minutes, but what I want to end this with is you don't need a different teenager, you need a different pattern. I'm here to help you break the patterns. I'm teaching this workshop in 30 minutes. You could go quickly and sign up and join us. lab.kristenduke.com. It's also linked in my bio. You'll get the email 5 minutes before with the Zoom link to join us. Would love to have you. If you can't join live, it's a 24-hour replay after that. I want you to sign up for something and follow through and do it. I've had too many people sign up in the past, be like, yeah, I'm going to do that. And then they don't actually do it. I want this to matter to you. I want you to show up. And so with that 24-hour deadline, that means watching it sometime today or tomorrow morning. All right, I'm going to jump off, head on over to that place, but I want you to think about leading first. You lead first. Your teenager is not meant to lead first. You are the adult. You are their parent. You brought them into this world. You lead first by learning these emotional safety skills, becoming trusted. And the magic is they actually do become trusted. They see you doing the work. It humbles them. And then they feel emotionally safe with you and they want to share with you. And they are more open to therapy or whatever extra things that you want them to learn because they trust you. That's the goal. That is the goal. See you next time. Ending, ending, ending. That is the goal. Ending. And ending.